When success meets surrender, Lydia had everything she worked for: influence, independence, wealth earned by her own hands. She was a woman who knew commerce, a woman who understood value, a woman respected in the marketplace. But the day she met the gospel, she learned that the greatest profit was not something she could sell. It was something she would open her home to. Lydia lived in Philippi, a Roman city shaped by power and pride. She dealt in purple cloth, a luxury item reserved for the wealthy, the elite, the influential. Purple was not common. It was expensive. It marked status, and Lydia sold it. She was successful in a world that rarely made space for women like her. Independent, sharp-minded, respected. Yet even with success, her heart searched for something more. Scripture tells us she was a worshiper of God, a woman who prayed, who listened, who longed for truth. Outside the city gates, near a quiet river, people gathered to pray. No temple, no grand building, just hearts searching for God. That's where Lydia went, and that's where Paul arrived. He spoke of Jesus, of grace not earned, of salvation not bought, of a kingdom not built on wealth or status. As Lydia listened, something unseen happened. The Lord opened her heart to respond to Paul's message. Not pressure, not persuasion. God himself opened her heart. Lydia believed, not privately, not cautiously, not halfway. She and her entire household were baptized. In that moment, her life shifted, her business remained, but her priorities changed. Her success stayed, but her purpose deepened. Then she did something bold. Lydia turned to Paul and said, "If you consider me a believer in the Lord, come and stay at my house." This was no small invitation. In opening her home, she opened her reputation, her safety, her resources. Her house became a meeting place, a refuge. The first church in Philippi. Walls that once held business conversations now held prayers. Tables that once hosted trade now hosted believers. Her home became holy ground. The world saw a successful businesswoman. God saw a gatekeeper for the gospel. The world saw profit. God saw provision. The world saw purple cloth. God saw a woman willing to use what she had for something eternal. Lydia didn't preach in the streets. She didn't write letters. She made room, and God moved in. Opening her home wasn't convenient. It meant risk, scrutiny, association with a persecuted faith. But Lydia understood something powerful. What God gives you is not just for you. Her house became a foundation for the church in Philippi, a church that would later receive one of Paul's most joyful letters. And it all started with an open door. Lydia teaches us powerful truths. God meets us where we already are. Success does not exclude surrender. Faith is not only believed, it is hosted. What you open to God, He multiplies. Hospitality can change history. She didn't give a sermon. She gave space. You may think what you have is ordinary. A home, a skill, a business, a table. But when placed in God's hands, ordinary spaces become places of transformation. Lydia reminds us, sometimes the gospel doesn't need a stage. It needs an open door. What has God placed in your hands, and what might He be asking you to open? If this story encouraged you, like, share, and subscribe for more powerful Bible stories about women whose faithful obedience shaped eternity.